Groping in the dark. If I must. Demajen, you come to the 13th before, yes? You fought Voidsent here? I certainly did. And Nero got turned purple. But clearly you didn't know they could regenerate, else you would have shared that detail beforehand. I was in a bit of a rush and didn't have the time to wait around and see. Does that mean that the Cloud of Darkness will be back? I doubt not that they did. There must be a reason why the ones you defeated did not return in contravention of the natural order. Do you remember aught out of the ordinary? A sealing magic like Zero's, perhaps? They were bound by covenants. There are circumstances in which we are unable to return. If you like, I can tell you about this. Please do. The more you devour, the more powerful you grow, but in the process your essence is blended with those of your prey. If you were to lose your flesh, the souls you had come to harbour may break free and coalesce into distinct Voidsent once more. And before you yourself return, your own soul might be devoured by your enemies or your erstwhile prey, a fate more likely for stronger beings who require more time to regenerate. However, even assuming you survive the process, it's highly uncommon to return as you were. Yet, despite his great strength, Scomiglione managed to resurrect rather swiftly. Are there others capable of the same? Not that I'm aware of. His attachment to his flesh must have been unique for him to develop such an ability. I believe we understand the fundamentals of rebirth now. If I may, I would ask you about your power. Will you tell us about it? What you saw should speak for itself. I can bind the ether of the soul in crystal. Many wielded this power during the Contra Memoria, but I'm the only one left. I'm told the heroes of the 13th once sealed gods in stones called Auracite. Are they and Memoria one and the same? Auracite. I do not know this word, but the world is vast, and perhaps Memoria had different names elsewhere. It does sound quite similar. How does one come to wield Memoria? And what happened to your peers? I've never thought about that. I do know, though, that Voidsent can't use the power. I assume I can because I'm mortal in parts. I see. Zero, I wish to ask you about the man called Golbez. He may well have my sister in his clutches. Is there aught you can tell us of him? The name sounds vaguely familiar, though I can't say how I know it. If he is powerful, however, someone in the castle may have heard of him. Then we must try talking to the other Voidsent again. Let's entrust this task to me! Her echo will help facilitate communication. More importantly, she should be able to maintain a composure better than a concerned sibling. That I cannot deny. Forgive me, but will you not ask about Golbez in my stead? On the terraces to begin with, perhaps? Thank you. We shall remain here and discuss what other avenues we might pursue in the meantime. Quest accepted. Okay. Okay. Where am I going? This way. I can mount up here, so I probably should. Or speed. Hydromantic terraces. Interesting. So we've got the whole Heroes of the 13th Memoria thing. Auracite. Returning to a familiar concept. So the clever one hadn't been eaten. If no one wants it, then perhaps... Golbez? Of course I know of him. Only a fool without ears wouldn't. His archfiends lead armies to ravage and conquer. They devour those they deem useless, those who can't fight. If you don't want to be eaten, then you had better flee. Though soon there will be nowhere to run. It seems the archfiends keep only those who are fit for battle. Others must escape or be consumed. If the one who devoured her dies, perhaps the mistress will return, and I may bask in her gaze again. Golbez, you say? My mistress spoke of him. He commands the archfiends. They are very powerful and have conquered many domains. The mistress bade us defend the castle for them. Yes, she did. It seems the archfiends have been attacking the domains. Their fearsome reputation precedes them. Okay. Ah, the tasty one returns to tempt me. I mustn't eat you. I mustn't eat you. Golbez? I know of him from those I've eaten. He has minions, and those minions have minions. No one ever sees him. With his army of minions, Golbez would seldom have need to act personally. It will not be easy to reach him. And therefore... yes, back down here. And therefore, we shall not be seeing him today. But probably in 6.4? Maybe 6.5? It depends how much of this story there is. I wonder what people have to say about this information. Oh, you finished already? Or did we get carried away talking? There's no easy way to mark the passage of time in this world, nor do I imagine such things concerned Voidsent. It would take considerable mental fortitude to still care after millennia in this endless night. Is there no end to their questions? I should have demanded more ether. No trouble on your end either. Good. I dare say Scamillioni's fate served as sufficient warning. Let's hope that those elsewhere have the same sense. Probably not. Welcome back, Demajen. Were you able to learn aught of value? Learn some things. Pan up, fade to black. So, countless Voidsent answer to the archfiends, who in turn answer to Golbez, as your vision did suggest. Scamillioni's aggression is also consistent with the claims that the archfiends conquer other domains. The question is, how do we reach Golbez if he surrounds himself with armies of minions? We could target his other archfiends, or perhaps those who have fled his service. Either may yield useful information. That said, we can't do much while we're stuck on this isle. Zero, I would ask a favour of you. I am determined to save my sister Ajdaya. If there is even a faint possibility that Golbez has her, then I must find him. To that end, I want you to lend us your strength and knowledge. Will you accompany us on our quest? Forgotten the way of my world already? If you want help, offer payment. None here will aid you out of the kindness of their hearts, and who claim otherwise are liars and betrayers. Or is this less a request and more a threat? If I refuse, will you force me to serve? Ooh. If you accompany us, we can offer you protection. Surely you must desire something. Name it. We're not like Xenos. We would never ever force you to serve. You aren't forcing your avatar to serve against its will, that's true. Yours is an equitable covenant. That's a Reaper-specific piece of dialogue. That being the case, I can believe your words. You would provide fair payments. Well, what do you offer? Very well, Zero. I propose you travel with us, and whenever you perform a deed that requires payment, we will provide it in ether. That's all you had to say. Everything else was superfluous. Fair point. Where to now? Either a place the archfiends may strike next, or where refugees and deserters may seek sanctuary. I know the latter. I'll take you there. I assume you also know how we can get off this isle? I was brought here on a mount. No, I was brought here on a mount. We can leave the same way. Now that you mention it, I did notice some flying creatures near the terraces. Given our numbers, we'll need a large one, but regardless of size, all can be won over with ether. Excellent. Let us go and find our mount at once. Ooh, can I have a new mount, please? That'd be cool. Do. Oh, being watched from the shadows by a little eye thing. Snooping Voidsent. Not good. Lord Golbez must hear of this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. That was enlightening. I wonder how much more of the story there is going to be for 6.2. Were I here in my true form, I would be able to carry you all. But even were it possible to so enlarge the gate, the risk would be too great. Zero will best know how to handle the creatures. Let us watch and learn. Not all Voidsent can fly. It stands to reason that some will be made to serve as mounts. We should be able to find a mount here. With the castle in disarray, the creatures will be hungry. Just a little ether will suffice. Are you ready? I guess. Where are we going?
There it is.
Oh, that's the thing that we saw in the trailer. Floating over the castle. You pretty. Mount up.
It agrees to serve. Get on.
Kind of wish I'd worn a different outfit for this. Ooh. Gremlin. Mind Flayer. Kraken. So are these all Voidsent? I didn't realise the Kraken was a Voidsent. Or gremlins, for that matter. So where are we now? And is this going to be an explorable area?
What is this place?
My domain.
Your domain?
In the beginning, it was a sanctuary for me alone.
Oh.
But over time, others began to gather here. Those who had nowhere else to go.
A settlement of pariahs?
Huh. Flan! Slobbering? Ogling? Oh, the gremlin does not get involved.
You are under my protection here and will not be harmed. I give you my word.
For somebody who doesn't like doing things for people, that's very kind of you.
Follow me.
Yeah, getting real hints of Charlayan and Thavnir kind of blended together with the giant crystal structures. We're going to be able to explore around here, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Ramshackle Square. What's this place called then? Zero's Domain. I'm so glad we got new spaces. It is said that a person's domain is a reflection of what abides in their hearts. If true, this place may offer a glimpse into Zero's past. It is quite a gathering of Voidsent. I pray one among them has the knowledge we seek. The longer one lives, the more one yearns for peace. I understand why some would sequester themselves here. Loving all this Final Fantasy IV background music, by the way. This is my abode. The others won't come near, so you may be at ease. Well, they know their place. If tantalizing ether were to walk by, I can't guarantee they wouldn't pounce. It is a Voidsent's nature to consume, their sole purpose. Even if the pursuit of ether may lead to their undoing, many succumb to instinct. But any who succumb here will have to answer to me. This is my domain's one and only rule, and it is absolute. I wonder whether any kind of shift in the power dynamic occurred while Zero was being commanded by Xenos. Nowhere to run. Consider yourselves duly warned. If you wish to go among the Voidsent here, that is your choice to make. All have fled from one master or another, but whether any of those masters in turn serve Golbez, I do not know. You must ask them yourselves. Most have travelled to your world, so it shouldn't be difficult to communicate. We shall go about making inquiries at once. Thank you for your counsel. Once we've learned all we can, let us reconvene at yonder plaza. You're going too, of course, in which case I shall accompany you. I wish only to observe. Do not expect me to help. Zero is now accompanying you. Then it's settled. I'm ready when you are. Oh no. Ready? Then lead the way. I leave it to you to decide with whom you speak. Zero is now accompanying you. I call this my abode, but spend hardly any time here. I return only for meditation. All physical wounds can be healed by replenishing one's ether. You can't preserve your form if you lose sight of yourself. Such is the risk inherent in consuming another soul. It dilutes your sense of self, alters you inside and out. To guard against this, I meditate, visualize who I am in a place all my own. Okay. whose likeness is this, you ask? The hero will save the world. I'm waiting for the day he comes. Or was it a she? I can't remember the details. I don't know how long I've been waiting, or why I even wait. Could you be the hero, perhaps? No, I don't think so. Something tells me I'll know when I meet him, or her. I'll just have to keep waiting. That is a paladin using the wings. This is the heart of my domain. Normally it's deserted, but you and yours have drawn everyone out. I don't recall this statue, though. However it came to be here, I certainly didn't wish for it. Interesting detail. Hi, Flan! Stay away from me. If you don't want to be eaten, stay away. Gulbers. Gulbers. I've heard the name before. Ah, I remember. Always speaking of a great crusade. I don't know what that is, but it sounds delicious. A crusade, you say? From whom did you hear this? Farfarello. He was a minion of another minion. Went on and on about the terrible things he saw. I see. Perhaps Farfarello can tell us more. Okay. Hello, empty-eyed Voidsent. To work around with her like that. You're her minion, then? You know I don't take minions. She has some questions and I want you to answer them. Gulbers. I don't know that one. Only Skathak. When she led us beyond the veil, I grew scared and fled. I've been here since. I don't know anyone else, nor do I wish to. That's all I can tell you. Skathak was a powerful Voidsent who ruled over a vast domain. We know, we killed her. That was a long time ago, though, so I doubt she has any connection to Gulbers. Squid-headed Voidsent? As you may recall, when a larger Voidsent is summoned, only its soul makes the journey to the source. Upon its arrival, it takes possession of a host body, but during that time, what becomes of its actual body here in the 13th? The answer to this question may give us valuable insight into cross-risk travel. To that end, while asking after Gulbers, I shall also see what the Voidsent can tell me about their experiences when summoned. Huh. If it isn't a mortal, you remind me of the time I was summoned to your world by someone who sought beauty. Well, it turned out to be a deviant who had my vessel chained to a bed. When I tried to break free, he had the gall to call me hideous fiend. As if that wasn't bad enough, he started slicing me up. I left that body and fled back here as quickly as I could. Never again, never again. Is that a reference to somebody we've seen? I'm not sure. It feels like it could be. Oh, we can mount up here. Oh, that's Zero's house. If a Voidsent is too weak to create its own domain, it must join with others for protection. Alternatively, it might devour them in a bid to become stronger, but in so doing risk losing its sense of self. It is an unenviable struggle. Indeed. That's nice water texture. Well, water/oil. There's a small area, this, but an appreciated one. I'm glad that it's not just, oh, we only come to the void in cutscenes. definitely a an interesting view. Oh, we can fall off there. Vicious Voidsent. I'm so hungry I might die, but I can't. Not while someone's near. Yeah, because then something could something could consume its ether. That's a weird idea. 'Twas in order to strike down the cloud of darkness that my sister crossed over into the void. What befell her after she vanished into the gates? How did she become Golbez's captive? These things and more I hope to learn. Amiable Voidsent. You're one of the mortals. Is it true? When you die over there, you really die? So it is, so it is. What brings you here, then? Ah, yes. Golbez. He seeks strong minions to grow his army, so I hear. But recently he stopped doing that. Instead, he devours all. Perhaps he's gathered enough fodder is now intent on bolstering his own strength. A sure sign that he is about to make a move. Satisfied with what you've learnt? Ah, but let's step away before you become too tempting to resist. It seems the rumours of Golbez reach even my remote domain. Fair to assume he's gathering strength for his crusade, whatever that may be. But I must say, I wouldn't have guessed that Farfarello once fought in Golbez's army. It's a miracle he survived serving an archfiend. I suppose I should explain. Farfarello is the weakest among us, constantly in fear of being devoured. He seldom consorts with others. The only one he's comfortable with is Coriatto. He's a fellow coward who runs the instant he senses a threat and won't stop until he's exhausted. When their hunger grows too intense, they feed on each other's ether. Such is their relationship. But I ramble. You intend to seek out Farfarello, I presume? And I'll come with you. He's less likely to hide that way. I like the fact that they've all got these really Italian-style names. Meanwhile, elsewhere... Ah, Scarmiglione's symbol has gone out.
Not only did the mortals conquer Troy, they defeated Scarmiglione. I struggle to believe it. Yet very small, my lords. They were aided by one of our world, who transformed Scarmiglione's soul into crystal. Crystal? This one speaks of Memoria. Now there's something I've not heard for an age. Gonna bring a pang of nostalgia to my breast and a tear to my heart. Yet the very notion wasn't absurd! Drifting on, drowned in darkness. As what were you?
Mm-hmm. So you think?
And yet Scarmiglione still does not answer. Were he alive, he would have returned by now. Weakest though he was, his ability to regenerate was without peer.
This is not the voice I was expecting Golbez to have. I was expecting it to be deeper.
If this account is true, if a Memoriat has survived, they cannot be suffered to live.
Mm-hmm.
Leave this matter to me, Lord Golbez.
Oh.
I, Barbariccia, shall strike down any who pose a threat to our plan.
So this was originally the succubus.
'Tis true, you are a proven commander, well suited to leading an assault.
But
When I have succeeded, I would beg a boon of you.
uh-huh.
What do you desire?
The dragon's ether. All that remains.
The insolence. Know your place.
With respect, my locks are free as the wind, without incentive to sway them. I know not whither they will blow.
Boldly spoken. I trust you will not disappoint me.
Upon this flowing hair and my immortal soul, I will not fail.
Is this going to be our trial?
Then go and impress upon these interlopers the
Could be.
futility of defiance.
That'd be interesting. 2 of the 4. Nice lighting in that area. Farfarello keeps to the fringes of my domain. This way. The Voidsent here don't answer to a master. They can do as they please. Almost answer to the hunger and seek out prey when they need ether. Except Farfarello and Coriatto, that is. They are content to take from one another. Barring an instant, they dare not venture out. When he takes flight, Coriatto will not seek shelter until he is utterly spent. Farfarello, on the other hand, prefers to hide in the same place. Come. Hello. Whatever will I do now? Coriatto, this is rather unexpected. Where's Farfarello? Farfarello isn't here anymore. He's left. Yes, that's right. Left? That doesn't sound like him at all. Oh, he's gone, right? Oh, what more do you want me to say? Whoop. And off he flees, as he is wont to do. But something about this doesn't sit well with me. What do you make of Coriatto's behaviour? He seemed frightened. I doubt it. Had he been threatened, we wouldn't have found him in one place. No, he'd run in circles until he could run no more. That's his nature. As he says, Farfarello is gone, but that is quite unusual. As is the fact that Coriatto, who was clearly frightened by something, chose not to flee but instead hid here, where Farfarello usually... No. We must go after Coriatto now. Okay. Ride forth, Argos! Hello again. Coriatto, we need to talk. There's no time. The wind rises. We must flee. Nah. The wind rises. What is he talking about? After him. Yeah, so maybe we are going to fight Barbariccia as our trial. What's gotten into you? What do you mean the wind rises? When the wind rises, she comes. Barbariccia. Barbariccia? Who in the world's that? We must flee. All of us. There's no time. I don't sense anything, but he seems convinced. This dead end beyond will corner him. Hmm. Nice sky in the background. We're doomed. There's nowhere to run. What are you running from? I already told you. Barbariccia, the archfiend of wind. Archfiend, you say? We will be devoured or first to serve, to fight in the crusade. But it makes no difference. In the end, all eaten by her or her enemies. I didn't want to fight anymore. That's why I fled and came here. I see. It explains everything, almost. I thought it was Farfarello who used to serve an archfiend, not you. Not you, who always ran at the first sign of trouble. You who now speak as though you were Barbariccia's minion. There's only one explanation. He devoured Farfarello, didn't he? Indeed. That would count for his uncharacteristic behaviour. So, is that the way of it? Did you devour Farfarello? Not just a portion of his ether, but his entire being? How did you know? Because we're not stupid. It wasn't only your behaviour that felt strange. You felt strange, as if there was more than you present. Now, I don't believe you would have lost control. More likely it was at Farfarello's behest. I can't hide anything from you. I admit it. Farfarello didn't leave. I ate him. He feared Barbariccia more than anything. Hated the endless fighting. So he begged me to devour him that he would never have to fight again. Oh. Rather than an eternity of fighting, he chose a moment of pain. For all the good it did, I can still hear his voice in my head. He's frightened. So very frightened. When you've eaten, your essence is blended with that of your devourer, and though you have no control, your consciousness in part endures. Were this a world where the wheel of life and death still turned, the soul wouldn't linger so stubbornly. In time it would return to the great flow. But there's no such end here, no escape. All know this. In making his choice, Farfarello must have been desperate indeed. And now that desperation has joined with Coriatto's fear, driving him to act erratically. This place will become a battlefield. We don't want to be eaten, neither me or Farfarello. But there's nowhere to go, nowhere. Then tell me about Barbariccia. I would know who it is we face. It's too late. She's as good as here, and no one can escape her winds. No one. I mean, theoretically, if we get rid of 2 of them in 6.2 and another 2 in 6.3... Okay, slightly different voice to what I gave her, but whatever. What's that?
And she's brought her domain with her.
Oh.
The Archfiend's after you and yours, I shouldn't doubt.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps you should go and find them. But be warned.
Actually, no, she's after Zero, isn't she?
Expect us to get involved.
The Memoria.
I can't bear it. Eaten and being eaten. I only want to be left in peace.
You and me both.
You and me both.
What? I didn't write this. Huh.
One of the archfiends approaches.
Yep.
They must have been tracking our movements.
There's a spy.
She's here.
And she's got a really cool design. Probably. Oh, hi. That's a big sword.
Excellent. You've saved me the trouble of traveling to Troya.
I think this is pretty close to the design from other games.
So you're Barbariccia.
Mind your manners, mortal. My name is not to be spoken, save in reverence and fear.
Yeah, we don't serve you, so... I shall say it 4 more
What is
times.
this pitiful domain? Pitiful wretches all. I will put you out of your misery.
I don't think so. Oh. Okay. Yoink.
Alas, poor Scarmiglione, and good riddance. Felled by outsiders in pursuit of what? Pray tell.
A dragon. One who crossed to this world thousands of years ago. Know you aught of it?
And Vishan.
A dragon, you say? Huh. My Lord Golbez is more clever than I realized. To let the prize live, that it might lure more prey to us.
I really like the
Very well.
design
In gratitude and service,
of her outfit.
I shall devour every last mote of their souls.
Where is she? Where is Ashdaya?
Huh. You even share its scent. How curious.
Cool glowy eyes as
and
well.
Irresistible.
If you think us easy prey, you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike Scarmiglione, I need not skulk in shadow to claim what is mine. If you would know about the dragon you seek, then enter into my domain.
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
You may flee instead if you wish, if the fate of the sorry lot here is of no concern to you. One way or another, I will have satisfaction.
Getting very warm in here. So one assumes that her domain is the trial. Oh, a surprise dungeon. No. I will gather 7 companions.
Indeed. Yet she will have the upper hand in her domain. We must be no less than fully prepared.
It's alright. I have Azem's crystal.
We find her and get our answers. Will you be joining us, Zero?
No. Of course not.
You may be easily goaded into accepting her challenge, but my curiosity is not so insatiable as to cloud my judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Nevertheless, if you are desperate for my aid, you know my price.
Uh-huh.
I shall pay it. So long as you leave me strength enough to see my sister home, you may take as much as you wish.
Well, how
But
much is that
lest you
going to be?
forget, mine is no ordinary ether. Barbariccia too recognized its potency.
Very well. We have a bargain.
Who does the voice for Zero? It sounds familiar. Well, we're up to 3 hours. What little I learned in your absence did not pertain to the Archfiends. That discussion can wait until after we've tended to Barbariccia. Just you wait, Barbariccia. I will have answers from you yet. I have no intention of demanding anyone's ether until afterwards. Weakening you now would only reduce my chances of getting paid. True. The less time we give the enemy to prepare, the better. If everyone is ready, let us set forth. Indeed, and yet, my heart weighs heavy for those Barbariccia struck down. Were it not for us, you would not have come here. Should you require a moment, Zero? For what? Barbariccia took what she could. She was wise to strike quickly, as we would be. Agreed. This is no time for sentiment. Only the battle matters now. Yay, materia. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.